Welcome back to the channel. This video is just another update on the Jacksonville rap scene. There hasn't been too much drama, but there's a couple of pretty interesting things that have been happening. So let me just update you guys on everything I've seen. Without wasting any time, let's get right into the video. Let's start with ATK Quise. Quise hasn't been making a lot of noise lately, besides dropping the occasional vlog on his YouTube channel with other members from ATK here and there. The last time I talked about Quise was when news came out that his female cousin was also with Folio when he was celebrating his birthday, up until he got killed. For those of you who don't know, let me show you guys what he had to say about the situation when he went live. Take a look.
And I ain't find out. Remember I told y'all I didn't find out about little car being in that car. 2 weeks ago, when I first found out, bro, I found out like 2 weeks ago. My people was, I'm like, damn, what the hell, y'all was mad at her. Still is, like, you tripping. Why was you in that car? But it's just how Jacksonville work, bro. That's just how that shit go. And I love my little cousin to death. But like, that hurt me, bro. But you know what I'm saying? She here, she good. So it's like, she here. And that, man, stuff that going on in our city, that's all real, bro. And I don't like people to find out that it's real in certain ways, man. That's real. That's real, bro. And when you find out that it's real, it can either go be too late or you gonna get hit. It's just, I just be telling people, bro, if you ain't in the way, bro, stay out the way. Stay out the way. That's real. That's real. When I got, like, bro, I know everybody was feeling like, me, I do this and do that. Man, that bit, man, I've been around, bro, that bit get real in the city, bro. That bit get real. Even outside the city, bro, that bit come on T with it, bro. That bit. But when I found out my little cousin in that car, I was hurt. I was hurt. I didn't even know. I was hurt. I was hurt by that. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. If I knew my little cousin was, listen, let me tell you something, bro. If I called that play and you trying to coincidentally involve my little cousin, bro, I'm telling you, bro, she would have been nowhere around, bro. I love her too much to even put her in something like that. You can't, bro. As a man, bro, you can't put nobody you really like a female you love in a situation like that. You can't have no female getting dropped, setting people up, etc. if you really love that girl, bro. Because you know what will happen to her.
Like you guys heard, he basically said that he wasn't aware that she was with Folio, and that he loves her too much to even put her in harm's way. Like I said in a previous video, I personally believe what he has to say just based on the tone of his voice and body language. Let me know if you also believe what he had to say. But since then, he hasn't put himself in the internet spotlight, until recently. Apparently, something significant caught his attention, so much so that he had to respond to it on his personal Instagram page. One thing I noticed when it comes to Quise is that a lot of people like to question if he's really about that life or not, particularly because he isn't known to be that active in the streets and he's not a rapper like most of the people in his circle. Usually when a fan asks if he really is about that life or not, he'd just ignore the question and go about his day. The question popped up again a couple of days ago, and this time he responded. Take a look at what this fan had to say. It's safe to assume that Quise had enough of fans asking him that question, so he responded this time around on his own Instagram page. Take a look at what he had to say. Like you guys saw, the first thing he said was that his fans should hang with him to get a different view of him. To me, that sounds like he's trying to say that he's really about that life, and fans just aren't aware of it. At the end of the day, none of the fans know what ATK members get up to as soon as the camera shuts off. For all we know, Quise could be the one sending out most of the hits on their ops. I highly doubt it though. But for now, all I can say is there's no way he moves with gang members all the time without being involved in gang activity. That's just pure common sense. Maybe the fans will start taking him more seriously if he gets locked up, catches a body, or starts rapping about his lifestyle. But that's all I have to say about Quise for now. You guys can also give your own thoughts about what Quise had to say in the comments section. Now let me give you guys an update on WAWG Max. As you guys already know, Max just got locked up for violating the terms of his bond. He wrote a letter to the judge to have his bond reinstated. You can check out my last video to find out what he had to say in that letter. Since he posted that letter, he had more to say about his situation. When I say living a gang life is one of the saddest ways to live, I really mean it. When you're outside and involve yourself in gang activity, it feels like you have strong ties with everyone around you. But as soon as you get locked up, that's when it starts to set in that you're truly on your own. Take a look at what Max posted on his Instagram story. Like you guys saw, he's basically disowning the people around him. It isn't clear who he's talking about, but it's safe to assume that this is about the other members in his gang. They probably haven't been keeping contact with him ever since he got locked up. Or even if they have, they aren't helping him get his bond reinstated. But that's just the reality of his lifestyle. At the end of the day, it wouldn't be wise for him to rely on anyone to help solve his problems. People have their own problems to deal with at the end of the day. All he can do is learn from the situation and move smarter after he's set free from prison, or just stay away from gang activity altogether. That's the best thing you can do if you can't deal with the consequences of your actions. But you can let me know what you think about what Max had to say in the comments section. Now let me talk about Yungeen Ace dropping his latest album. I saw that a lot of people generally like it. Like I said about his last album, Forgotten Star, his latest album is good as well, but I wouldn't call it a great album. I realize now that Ace is trying to attract a more mainstream audience, and that's perfectly fine for his career. But I've listened to a lot of Ace's old music, and his albums up until Survivor of the Trenches were his best in my opinion. For me, his new style of music just isn't his best work compared to his previous albums before Forgotten Star. But without comparing his latest album to his previous work, then it's a good album. You guys can let me know what you think about his latest album in the comments section. I see that he's trying to be more positive about his lifestyle and his music. That's more beneficial for the youth who look up to him. Gang activity has been at an all-time high for the last few years, so we need more rappers who won't glorify the lifestyle just to make more money. For the last part of the video, I want to talk about John Wall and Spinabenz. Like you guys already know, Spinabenz was calling out John Wall for being a snitch on Twitter Spaces after a female posted paperwork proving that he snitched on her. Take a listen to how the conversation went for John Wall and Spinabenz.
Like y'all stupid niggas act like y'all don't know they gotta go to trial.
You made a whole song about this man telling on this man.
It's going to trial, bro. And the shit's gonna come out that all y'all snitching on each other, bro. The shit will be publicized, you stupid nigga.
Man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
What the
fuck?
Walking outside like what the fuck? Nobody went with you, bro. What the fuck? You niggas gonna talk and talk and talk, and you niggas ain't got nothing, bro. I don't even get on the internet no more and go back and forth
because your dog got face. That's why you don't do this shit no more, nigga. You seen how real this shit is, nigga. You talking about your dog got face right in front of you, nigga.
2007 Gangster Life documentary.
That shit yet. You ain't getting no car behind your dog, nigga. You ain't did shit. You ain't did shit. You ain't getting the car behind face. You ain't getting the car behind me. You ain't getting the car behind none of them dead ass niggas, man. You ain't getting, man. That nigga ain't getting the car behind nobody, bro. Nigga wanna just get on the route, make sons and all that ass. You a nigga. I know you for real. I know you for real, boy.
All right, bro. I could be everything you want me to be. What did I tell, bro?
I don't wanna hear that shit you talking about. You know how I'm living. Man, you know how I'm living.
Nah, I know what you told.
Man, I ain't telling shit, boy. You talking about?
Bro, I ain't.
Yeah. I ain't trying to hit none of that, boy. Yeah, you better.
Man, I don't know why he told
that
nigga.
I don't even know how to
really than
respond to
the
that,
bitch.
bro.
you
That
don't
shit
know
just
how to
got me
respond
all
because you know
jumbled
I'm
up
speaking
when you say
facts,
you ain't
dumbass
tell on
nigga.
shit.
That nigga was realer than the bitch.
Like,
He told him
bro,
what
you
he
told
told.
on, bro, you told on a girl, bro.
Nah, I told on.
Kasha was like, that was my brother. He bogus. Gotta act like
You
I
feel?
don't know
Oh,
him.
I ain't the only one who knows. Then I thought I don't
You
know
a
how you
witness
acting
now.
like you don't know you told on the girl and you did it.
Yeah, it's a witness. Man, bitch ass nigga, I got him shut up, bro. I got his ass. You don't, no, hold on.
Since his chat with Spinabenz on Spaces, John Wall decided that that wasn't the end to the conversation. What Spinabenz had to say about him really got to him. He went to his Instagram page to leave a message to Spinabenz one more time. Take a look at what he posted. Like you guys saw, he said that the reason Spinabenz said what he said about him is because he's going through a heartbreak. From what I can tell, he's talking about what happened to his friend 187 No Face, who allegedly got killed by John Wall's friend K Shorty back in 2021. He's basically saying that Spinabenz must be heartbroken because he won't go to court and testify that K Shorty and his co-defendant Tufo aren't the ones responsible for what happened to his friend No Face. As you guys already know, Spinabenz is one of the witnesses to that whole situation. I already gave my own full breakdown on the situation before in a previous video, but for those of you who don't know, let me talk about it again in this video. K Shorty has been accused of committing a murder on the 28th of September, 2021. As it is today, his trial is set to begin this coming November. The prosecutors say he's responsible for killing 187 No Face along with Tufo, who's his co-defendant. The trial was actually supposed to begin on the 10th of June this year, but K Shorty and Tufo asked the judge to push back their trial date. The reason for that is because they wanted to depose Spinabenz and Greenlight, who are both witnesses to what happened to the victim. To depose simply means to testify about something. So basically, they wanted Greenlight and Spinabenz to agree to come and testify in court in the upcoming trial in November about what happened to the victim. As you guys already know, Spinabenz and Greenlight were in the car when K Shorty and Tufo allegedly shot it up, and No Face got hit and died as a result. The police in Jacksonville have documented Tufo and K Shorty as gang members, and that K Shorty is affiliated with either Bully Gang or We All We Got. Spinabenz, on the other hand, is affiliated with 1200. Even though K Shorty asked the judge to depose Spinabenz, Spins refused to do so. It's only Greenlight that agreed to be deposed for whatever reason. They also say that Greenlight talked to Spinabenz over the phone when he was being deposed, and from what the prosecutor heard from Greenlight talking to Spinabenz, it looked like Spins was somewhere in Georgia at the time. As it is today, nobody knows if Spinabenz really was able to get deposed since they asked him to back in April. Spins did release a song talking about being asked to be deposed, which he dropped in April though. It's called Letter to K Shorty. In the song, he was basically saying that it's not fair for K Shorty to ask him to be deposed because he's not the one who made him jump off the porch, and that when he was in trial for a crime they said he committed in the past, he was there to deal with the consequences all by himself instead of relying on his ops to get him out. Now if you ask me, asking Spins and Greenlight to be deposed for trial was a smart move on K Shorty's side. When the news first came out at the time, a lot of fans were wondering if Spinabenz and Greenlight would agree to be deposed or not. They were both faced with a hard choice to make. If they agreed to be deposed and ended up showing up for the trial in November to testify that K Shorty and Tufo really did kill the victim, then a lot of people would call them snitches and they'd lose a lot of respect, with their careers as rappers being affected too as a result. On the other hand, if they show up to court and say that Shorty and Tufo weren't the ones who killed the other victim, then they both would stand a chance to beat the case and be free of all charges against them. Spinabenz and Greenlight are the key witnesses to what happened. So if K Shorty stands a chance to beat this trial, it's a good idea for him to rely on Spinabenz and Greenlight to not snitch on him. At the same time, Spinabenz not showing up to be deposed was also a smart move as well. With him doing that, no one can say he snitched, and at the same time his op gets to face trial all on his own. Under normal circumstances, it would be a dumb move to ask the witness to show up for your trial if you're accused of a murder. But in this case, K Shorty is using Spinabenz and Greenlight's reputation as gang members against them. Their reputation is seriously on the line. I can't say Greenlight showing up to be deposed was a smart move or not though. The fact that he agreed to show up for trial could mean he'll either snitch or say that his ops weren't responsible. I don't know if he'll actually appear again for the trial in November like he agreed to, but we'll see when it starts. One thing I can say though is that with Spinabenz being the bigger rapper and gang member of the both of them, I think Greenlight took it upon himself to shoulder all the blame for everything that's about to happen in trial in order to protect Spinabenz's reputation and career. If that's really the case, then I can respect it. He's putting his own reputation and career on the line, so I wonder if he'll really be able to deal with what people will have to say about him if he does show up to testify at trial or not. We'll see how that unfolds as soon as the trial starts. Now that you guys have a better understanding of the situation, it looks like John Wall is making fun of Spinabenz for not going to court to testify in his friend K Shorty's favor. If you ask me though, I say Spinabenz doesn't have to testify if he doesn't want to. From a strategic standpoint, there's just too much for him at risk. Like I already said, if he testifies against K Shorty and Tufo, he risks everyone calling him a snitch. But if he says that K Shorty and Tufo aren't responsible, then they get to walk free of all their charges. I'd just stay neutral about the situation as well. Unfortunately though, Spinabenz is a known gang member, so his ops like John Wall will call him out for not making a clear choice. That's just something he'll have to deal with all on his own. But let me end this video right here. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.